The man who I'd want to get would be the man that I probably wouldn't want, because the man I want to get would be a family man and safe. And he may come off kind of boring to other women, but to me, he would be safe and loving and a family man, and he would be my boring and my man. But the man who I find attractive, this big old hunk of a chocolate type of man, he's the man that I would want if I was into
bad boy.
If me be blunt, if I was into casual sex, I want him. I want him to fly me out. I want to do some things with him. I'm gonna do some things that he could never imagine. I'm gonna turn him in and turn him out.
Women actually start to get serious about settling down. They often don't target attractive men. This is because attractive men are too hard to wrangle. They enjoy too much optionality, and they either are not willing to pay the costs associated with entering into a quiet domestic life, and or the particular woman proposing said life does not represent a sufficiently attractive option for them. So when women are really serious about getting married, they often target less attractive men because boy, oh boy, are they easy pickings.
That one more time?
I said, I am trying to have my first child with you, and I promise you we can get married first, then we can have a child, and I'll treat you right.
Oh, okay.
So do we got a deal or not?
We'll see.
I don't want to live with my husband. I want him to live like down the hall.
Yeah, same.
And like sleep in separate rooms?
Go away.
I would turn.
No,
I
that's
would turn
1950.
that side of the house into a dual master. So knock down that wall between those. That's your side. That's my side. You can come stay with me whenever. I can come stay with you, whatever. But we have separate spaces, separate bathrooms, separate.
Throughout the day, I'm trying to read a
Not
book.
necessary.
I'm trying to drink. I'm trying to do the things that I do. I want to play and make up. I don't have time for you coming around here
just
talking.
being around.
Shut the fuck up.
Would y'all marry again?
Oh, hell no.
I would.
Oh, damn. Why does the man saying hell no and the woman saying I would?
I would.
Anytime I went to a bar, like even when I was like 21, 22, whatever, I go to a bar and there'd be like an older guy at the bar or whatever. But an older man would always tell, like if he'd be like, "You married? You got kids?" And if I ever said no, he would be like, "Never get married." Like an older man has never came to me at any point of my development as a man and ever said, "Man, you should really get married."
I was raised to get married. That's
So was
all I
but
heard.
listen, these older men you meet that are at the bar, not with their wife at night, none of them are ever like, "Yeah, man, you
Well,
should
they're at the
be
bar for a reason.
Right,
They're trying
no,
to
for
drown
sure.
their sorrows because they got married to somebody that they don't love
Don't
anymore.
do that. Maybe they, what Tom's describing in the wife.
Yeah, maybe they're dealing with what Tom was talking about. So now they're
We get told not to do it by so many.
So-
like seeing Tom say hell no.
Well, but I'm saying hell no because of my age and I've been through it and it has not been necessarily a good thing and I'm enjoying my life now.
Got you. Okay.
At ease, brothers. Man, I gotta start this video off with a small disclaimer, man. Like, I need y'all to know that I'm pro-union. Like, I love when a man and a woman come together, man, and connect on an energetic, on a spiritual level, and build from that place. Like, I love that. And the reason I say that, the reason I want to say that is because I know a lot of people will hear the things that I say and assume that I'm a man that's teaching or preaching for men and women to go the opposite direction. And it's not. But my thing is, I have to speak my truth. I have to speak based on things that I've experienced, man, in order for hopefully us as brothers, us as men can look at the scenarios we're in or look at the scenarios we'll be facing in the future and can make better decisions based on that, right? So I said all that to say some of y'all are going to be today years old when you realize that marriage is for the man in second place. Marriage is for the man in second place. It's for the runner-up. And again, I'm coming from a place, I just told you, I'm a man that loves union. I love union. But you got to understand that marriage is, I've said it a million times over the last few months. I said a few months on a video. The man that she wants to marry is not the same man that she wants to sleep with. The man that she wants to marry is not the same man that she lusts over. And even when I said it a few months ago, man, a lot of y'all brothers were saying, "Oh no, man, that ain't a real thing. Like my woman, I'm this and I'm that." It's like, you know what? There are exceptions to the rule. There are exceptions to the rule, but the whole reason of having this conversation, and this is just a fraction of a much bigger conversation, is so that when men do choose to get in long-term relationships or men do choose to get married, that they can go into it with a sound decision, understanding more understanding the inner workings of a woman. Shameless plug. If you haven't watched A Code to Her Chemistry, you need to watch that. It's a video book, a V book is what I call it. I believe it's 10 or 12 chapters where I'm breaking down the inner workings of a woman, man, and talking about just the whole God. It's a beautiful thing, man. Check that out, right? But you got to understand, man, the one that she wants to marry is not the same one that she lusts after. And again, I'm saying this from a place of experience. I'm not a guy that read Genesis and saw the story of Adam and Eve and came to some conclusion. But I put myself in case study after case study to come up with this. You know what I'm saying? Like I played every character in this play. I played the character that was in, like there was a point in time where I was just in this mode where, I'm gonna stop calling it F-boy season. I was just in a mode where I was just like moving to my own, calling my own plays. I wasn't really looking for no relationship. I'm just focused on where I was going. And there may have been a couple of women I was entertaining. I remember one time, man, I was entertaining a woman, man. We might hook up during the week. We might hook up on the weekends on a regular basis. And I can remember we had hooked up one time, hung out for the weekend. And I believe like that next week, I saw her on the gram, like boom, booed up with her dude. Found out she was in a long-term situation with a guy, right? And I'm like, dang, like that's odd. I wasn't really feeling no kind of way because I'm like, okay, you know what? That's just shorty. She doing her thing. But then the next week we got to that. Hey, what you doing? I'm gonna pull up. And I'm like, you got a whole man, a man that's probably getting ready to put a ring on in that type energy, but you hit me up. Like it's two different energies. You know what I'm saying? Just like same time, I've seen myself on the other end of the spectrum. I've seen myself in a serious relationship, moving towards a certain thing, and found out that there was another guy on the other end of the spectrum playing the same role that I used to play. I'll even go further, man. I played the same role with one woman before. I met a woman one time, man, for the first year. I was in that energy, like, boom, let's fly out, let's hang out, let's kick it. And in time, in a later time, I found myself on the other role, looking at that woman in a different light. Why, I don't know. Find out that the role that I used to have, there was a whole nother slot field. So I'm saying I've been able to look at this from all angles, man. And I'm telling you, man, the man that she wants to sleep with, or the man that she lusts, I'll say it like that. The man that she lusts is not the same one that she wants to marry. The man that she wants to marry is pretty much the runner-up in a scenario. The runner-up. And the reason I say that is because the man that's in that first energy that's like, hey, you know what? I'm on my own. I'll beat to my own drum. You got to understand, that's a completely different sexual experience for a woman. It's a completely different sexual experience for a woman. And what I mean by that is you have to understand that, I'll say it like this. You have to understand that a sexual experience with no strings attached, with no expectations, with no rules involved, is completely different than a sexual experience where accountability in the relationship is there, where rules in the relationship or expectations are present. Like for us as men, we might not see it as much because of us, it's the act. But the energy associated with both experiences is completely different for a woman. So it's really like she's being pulled in two different directions based on her hypergamous energy that's wanting a man that's safe, and then her lustful energy that wants to be in this other type energy. Like she's fighting so many things when it comes to this. Like I believe I've shared the clip before where the man was talking about, hey man, you know what, the top movies in the world are movies of a woman cheating. In other words, movies of a woman being in a faithful scenario, but being pulled out to this mystery man, being pulled out toward this romantic man with no strings attached that can let her just be her.
The Notebook. The most famous love story on the planet is about cheating.
Yes, it is.
Bridges of Madison County is about cheating. Titanic is cheating. Pearl Harbor is cheating. So all of these big box movie classics that are love stories are all based on infidelity.
And it's based on women not being happy with the current relationship.
Right.
And they romanticize it.
Right.
Like a woman is fighting this 24 hours a day, man. So you got to understand that even when she goes down the aisle and you put the ring on it and she says, I do, does she love you? Yes, she loves you. She loves you. But you got to understand, man, there's another man in most scenarios that she's dreaming about, that she might be sitting there thinking about in the middle of the day and just get to soaking. Call it what it is, bro. We have to call it what it is as men. And again, it's not a ploy to get men to start running for the hills and say, hey, we're done with women. It's simply so we can understand what's going on, man. Simply so we can understand what's going on. Now, the result of this is that in time, your relationship is going to become 100% transactional. At some point in time. Now, your marriage or your long-term relationship, it may be good. It may be solid for 5 or 10 years or whatever that is, right? At some point in time, a lot of relationships become straight up transactional. And again, that doesn't mean the woman doesn't love you, because she does. She can love and I hate to use the word respect you. And what I mean by that is, if you're a man that's protecting and providing and taking care of the kids and all that kind of stuff, that woman is going to love you and give you a certain treatment strictly because of that. She's going to massage your feet. She's going to be cooking your meals. She's going to be rubbing your back. She's going to be laughing at your corny jokes. She's going to be going to the car shows with you. She's going to be doing that wifely duty. But she's going to be doing it strictly because of love and transaction. Like, this man is good to me, I'm going to give this energy back to him. But at the same time, she's not going to lust you. A lot of times she won't even like you. There are a lot of women under the same roof as men right now that really low key can't stand their men and have no sexual attraction to him, but they love him. They're going to show up for him every single day. They're going to cook for him. They're going to do all those things. But that sexual attraction is going to get low. Now, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to keep it 1,000. I've had a number of relationships, man, that go south or do some weird things. I've never had a relationship, man, where the sexual energy is just depleted. And I was just a man there that there was no attraction to each other. Like I understand it's a real thing. I know it's a real thing because I've talked to a number of men, or I've seen a number of interviews and podcasts where men will say, hey, you know what, man, I've gone a year. I've gone over a year, man, and my wife hasn't touched me. And when I hear that, I'm like, how? Like how? Not, and I'm not even talking about sex. I'm talking about a lot of times women don't even want to just come rub on their men. But they'll love them. They'll cook them 20 meals a day if he asks for it. But she's low-key thinking about that other guy. And this is the thing, man. That other guy, like in our minds, man, we may think that, us as men, we may think that other guy is somebody that has more money, has more assets, may be 6 foot whatever, may be ripped up. That guy's not always like that. Sometimes that guy can be physically less than you, financially below you, and all these things, but he still checks that box. I remember seeing that video about Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife, where a guy was talking about their scenario right before she got married. And I was like, bro, like this, like it was wild to me.
Going to the house?
I was going everywhere.
Well, what city was the house in?
Listen. She gonna be mad to the motherfucker when she see this, but at the end of the day is Shaquille ONeal. She know what's up. I fucked her like 2 weeks before she got married to the pastor.
Oh
she
my
was
God.
like,
you gotta get her divorced. Oh
she was like,
wait.
No, listen. She was like, I got 10,000 for you. I said that's not enough. When I pulled up, she gave me 50. So.
She was trying to cop.
She gave you 50
high five,
racks.
high five, baby, high five.
You got it like that?
Good one. High five.
You gotta understand, man, like a woman can be in a certain position. The man she's getting with can be or the man that she has can be in a certain position where he's winning, but the man she chooses to entertain on that lustful level can have absolutely none of those things. So let's not think that it's all about physical assets and physical attributes. It's about those boxes. When a man can offer a woman a great sexual experience with no strings attached, with no commitment, with no rules, brother, it's a completely different experience, man. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of men when they find themselves in that situation, it's a slow death, man. It's a slow death, man. And when I say slow death, you see the men that are in that. Like, you can see the men at the mall, at the restaurants, at the whatever you go to. You can see the men that are walking with women in their lives that they're completely, I'll say, empty. They're completely walking. I'm gonna tell you what they're doing. They walking through the mall. Either they see you living your single life, or they see you just walking with a baddie that y'all's energy is still right. And they're looking like, damn. You have a lot of men that have been in situations like that. A lot of men that have been married that once they come out of that, divorce might be rough, but them brothers are saying, never again. Never again will I get married. Never again will I put myself in a position of being the runner-up. I'm telling you, it's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. So the thing is, as man, you really have to make a choice of what character you want to play in that woman's play. You really have to decide what character you want to be, what role you want to play, brothers. Because again, when she looks at a man, she's either looking at him as a provider, or she's looking at him as a guy that can fly me out and get it in 22 different ways. It's rare that a woman sees a man, meets this man, gets to know him a little bit, and has him in the same category. Not saying that the man that she meets and she wants to marry, not saying she's not attracted to him. A woman is not going to get a man that she's not attracted to. Not saying that man doesn't check certain sexual boxes, but I'm talking about sexual fantasy. It's rare that it's him. So I guess if a man is going down that route, man, and he wants to combat that thing, man, is you really have to go into it, man. And again, this is just soul talking. If you're going to go into a long-term relationship, even marriage with the woman, I don't feel like you can go into it where up front, the whole conversation, y'all are meeting, the whole conversation is based on long-term relationship, healthy marriages, kids, and and flowers and confetti flying type energy. Like, let's build a kingdom and let's do X, Y, Z. And yeah, boy, that kind of conversation, you're not checking that other box. And again, this is soul talking. If you're gonna go the long route with somebody, I would suggest that it's a woman that's looking at you strictly of, you can get it. Oh, you can get this. You can get this when you. And if you just happen to like her enough and say, you know what, okay, she feeling me and she got a few qualities, and then she crosses over into that conversation in time, I feel like that may be the best route. Now, in 5 minutes, 5 days, 5 months, or 5 years, I might have a different mindset. So if I ever say anything that contradicts that, it can change, right? But I think if you go the other route first, oh, let's be safe, let's get married and sing Kumbaya. If you go that route, oh, you're not checking that box. She needs to be lusting you first. But the thing is this, and this is what a lot of women run into. When they find a man that they're just lusting after, and that whole, oh, he can get it tonight. I don't even know his name. I don't even know nothing about this man. He can get it right now. Usually when they see a man in that energy, that man already has a number of options. That man already knows the game. That man already, or a lot of those men just aren't in the energy of, you know what, I'm looking for a wife. I want to take care of somebody. I want to have, those men aren't really in that energy. So that's where the whole dilemma comes. She wants that man. She'll do anything for that man. She'll bend it over, do anything for this man. But at the same time, her hypergamous energy is saying safety first. Like, yeah, I can be for the streets. I can have a couple of hot girl summers and entertain these men. But at some point, I got to think about the long game. At some point, I got to think about my safety. At some point, I got to think about, hey, I got to retire in so many years. At some point, they got to think about, hey, you know what? I got to be able to put food on the table. So I need to start looking for the Creflos and the, you know what I'm saying? I got to start looking for a different kind of man. Now, I'm going over here looking for this man, but the whole time, I'm looking over my shoulder. I'm looking at the man I used to entertain and saying, damn, he's still hot. If he ever reaches back out, if he ever contacts me, if he ever gets in the DM, but until then, I'll be over here with the safe guy. I'll be over here posting pictures on the gram. I'll be over here playing Mother Teresa as if it's all good. I said it once and I'll say it again, man. The man that she chooses to marry is not the same man that she lusts.
You do not ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me about my location. Don't ask me where I'm going to be. I don't do that. That's weird. That is weird. Like, stop pressing me. Stop worrying about that. What are you worried about? Weirdo. You're acting like you gotta know where I am for like your own like insecurity or something.
Insecurity, bro. It's called respect. God,
where's my wife?
It's a generation thing.
Where do you think I could be? I'm going out wherever I'm going to be. I'm going to be in my skin. That's where I'm going to be.
Another thing that's open at 4 a.m. besides legs. Where are you going to be at 4 a.m.?
Oh, really?
I'm just saying. I mean, like, if the suit fit, goddamn it, put your sock on. Because at the end of the day, you ain't supposed to be out till 4 a.m. doing nothing.
Supposed to.
What is
That's
open?
Where you're having
Damn it, even Walmart don't open that late no more. What are you doing out at 4 a.m.?
Going to Walmart.
So where are you going at 4 a.m.?
It's my business.